All right.
Hey all. Hey gang. We're gonna start in just a minute, and I am gonna go get a glass of water first, my water bottle, because I am very parched. So I'll be back in just a moment to start.
Since you feel close, is that too close?
I'm into yoga.
Oh, I have an extra.
All right, all. Welcome. Happy Monday evening. I'm Lindsay. And let me just turn down my volume here. I'm just gonna make sure that everyone's on mute before we start. There you go. All right, so we are doing our Monday evening Yin Vinyasa class. And right now I have you guys on Zoom and on Facebook as well. And for about 50 minutes is what we've been doing on Monday night for the virtual classes. And the two words that I think of tonight with tonight's class that I'm planning on is flow and restore. So the first half is just a nice steady flow. The second half to restore with really good opening poses that primarily focus on the hips. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and please do have something that can act as a block for tonight. So even like I have a candle that's here, you could even use a candle or something as a block, but anything that could bring the floor to you. And I have a different background tonight. I'm at my mother-in-law's house, south of Annapolis. All right, so let's begin. We're gonna get started in a comfortable seat tonight. And a comfortable seat can be any way. Two of the most popular ways are sitting on your shins in Vajrasana with something underneath your hips, or sitting into a comfortable seat with your legs crossed. So either way to start is up to you. There you go. All right. Just get my mat in the right spot there. And then once you're there, go ahead and bring your hands down onto your knees or into your lap where your elbows are soft and gentle. And keep your eyes open for the moment, but bring them forward and down in front of you by about 2 feet. Just soften your eyes with them open. Soften your jaw and your tongue. And also start to soften your breath so that it can be as natural and easy as possible. And then when you feel ready, now or shortly, you can start to close your eyes. And together we're going to start our practice tonight and end our practice with some breath work. And I'll talk you through it. So let's just start by taking a nice full inhale together. And exhale out anything from your day so far. Now breathe in for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Do that 5 more times. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Fill up all the way, and then exhale 5, 4, 3. Letting it all go. 2 more rounds on your own. And then after you do that, just take a nice steady breath on your own. Just letting that exhale again carry out anything from your day that feels unserving. Just getting yourself to be a little bit more light, mind and body. With your eyes closed, bring your arms down next to you. And on your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Nice deep breath in. Good. Bring that all the way down to your chest center. And pausing here for a moment with your hands at Anjali Mudra. At this prayer position, the center of your chest. And before we start our practice tonight, I invite you to call forward something you're grateful for from your day so far. And letting that bring a little smile to your heart, to your face, to your whole body as we begin. So slowly start to open your eyes. Nice work centering. Come on to tabletop, onto all fours. And keep that kind of centered quality to your mind, body, and breath. And in tabletop, you're going to bring your right leg out to the right. I'm going to show you my left leg so you can see better. So that your foot and your knee are at the same height. Press your hips back a little bit and then walk your arms forward for puppy pose with your leg out to the side. And you'll get a good stretch in your inner hip, your groin, on your right side, likely in particular. And keep your arms straight and your elbows off the floor. And maybe your head is able to touch the floor, maybe it doesn't. It's not the point of the pose, or the tension in this pose is going into the inside of your hips. So just breathe where you are here. Maybe it loosens up just a little bit more each breath you stay. So then lift your head all the way up and then walk your hands back underneath you and then bring your leg back to center as the last movement. Let's go to the other side. Bring your left leg out so that your foot is the height of your knee. Push your hips back just a hair. Walk your arms forward. So you have puppy pose in your upper body with your left leg out to the side. You want the sole of your left foot to the floor, and your toes of your right foot can be pointed or curled under, whichever gives you more stability. And take a few breaths here. I always think of these first few minutes, first several minutes of our yoga class as our integration. It's preparing our body and our mind and our breath to come together. And take one more inhale as if you're bringing all those things into one. Good. And then lift your head first. Walk your hands back under your shoulders and then bring your left leg back into tabletop pose. Walk your arms forward again and let's come into our first downward facing dog. But almost right off the bat, come into plank pose. So shoulders over your wrists. Plank pose is a good setup for your downward dog, where your feet and your hands are in plank, or about where your feet and hands are in your dog pose. This is also good because it gets your core going and your shoulders working. So even if you're like, Lindsay, I know my downward dog length. Okay, great. And let's hold this and get our body active. 3 more breaths and bring a little bit more fire to your breath. Ujjayi breath, in and out of your nose. Everyone, one more inhale and exhale to downward dog. Make it that breath and transition all together. And then we're gonna do that with your breath 3 more times. So inhale to plank, just for the breath in. And then exhale all the way back to downward dog. This is warming up your shoulders and your core. Inhale forward to plank pose. Exhale back into dog pose, like you're a wave, waving your body. Inhale, wave forward to plank. Exhale, wave back to downward facing dog, where you're gonna hold with straight arms, slight bend in both knees, and take 3 solid breaths here. Try to take that 5 count in and out like you did when we were seated. If 5 is too much, try to go to 4. Soften your eyes. Good, let's take 1 more breath, no matter where you are. Inhale. And then your longest exhale so far, breathe out as much as you can. Look forward and walk your feet to your hands. No rush to get there. This is a class where we're really conscious of our movement. Come into ragdoll, hold your elbows with your hands. Have a slight bend, give to both knees again. And wiggle out your head, shake it yes, shake it no. Nice, and then let it hang right in the middle. Just allowing the muscles of your neck to be. Now let's shake things up with your feet. Go ahead and sway left to right on your feet. So part of your foot is lifting up as you go side to side. Nice. Now, go a couple times forward and back. So go to the toes where your heels maybe lift and go back to your heels where your toes might lift. And just go forward and back. You may have to look a little bit forward so you don't fall. Just playing with your foundation, feeling the floor under you. Nice, now find equanimity under your feet. Ground both feet. Look at the base of your big toe without judgment and press that base of your big toe down. Look at the base of your pinky toes, press that down equally with your big toe. And now also press evenly into your heel. Let your head drop here. Let your eyes close. And bring your attention to the base of your big toe, base of your pinky toe, and your heel. And press down. When we connect to our foundation, in this case our feet, it helps us to find a sense of grounding. To ground, to root, to be stable, hopefully to bring our mind a little bit from distraction to direction, to the here, to the now. Good. Lower your hands to the floor and bring your feet a little bit closer to touch or all the way to touch, whatever most comfortable. And then bend your knees slowly, come up to standing. Sweep your arms up and overhead. Nice job. I see you guys. And then bring your hands down to chest center. Okay, we're going to flow now with our breath. Inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold your hands and head to the floor. Come into halfway lift with your chest shining forward. Good. Hands to your shins. Keep breathing. Or if your hamstrings are really flexible, you might be able to touch the ground with a long spine. Ground your hands, step your right foot back, lower your back knee to the floor, point your toes. Inhale your arms up. You're just here for a short moment. I'm clasping my hands with my pointer fingers up. You can do that or any other way you'd like. Take one more breath. Inhale, go backward. And then exhale your hands to the ground. Step back to downward facing dog. From downward dog, lift your right leg up to the sky. Inhale, breath. And step your right foot to your hands. Exhale, lower your back knee to the floor. Inhale your arms up, and you can make steeple hands like I am or any other version. Lift your chest. Inhale, lean back, exhale. Just one more breath in. And then exhale, hands to the ground, standing split. So you're gonna curl your back toes under, lift your left leg to the sky. This is a good time to use blocks, one for each hand or one for both. Or none at all. Lift your top leg, spread your toes, get energy through your standing leg and your lifted leg. Good, breathe in. And then forward fold, exhale, both feet down, move the blocks to the side. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold all the way down, exhale. Soft bend in your knees, inhale to standing, Urdhva Hastasana. And pull it to your chest center, Anjali Mudra. Good, let's go again. Inhale, arms up, same pace. Forward fold, exhale it down. Halfway lift to lengthen your chest forward. And step your left foot all the way back with your knee to the floor. Inhale your arms up. Any variation with your arms for 3. Get really big in this pose, take up space. And then drop your hands to the ground, step back, downward dog. Good, you should be feeling that flow here. Lift your left leg up, breathe in, stretch and reach. Exhale, step your left foot forward, knee down. Inhale, arms up, crescent moon pose for 3. Get really big again, take up as much space as you can, and then hands to the ground, curl your back toes, standing splits. Really good time for blocks if you want, especially as your hamstrings are warming up. Good. Find the base of your standing foot again, base of your big toe, base of your pinky, base of your heel. And from that, lower your chest and lift your top leg. There you go. I saw some of your legs lift on Zoom. Good, forward fold, drop your foot, move your blocks off. Half lift, inhale. Fold and exhale. Inhale all the way to standing, big reach. And bring it down to your chest center. We're gonna go again a little bit faster. Inhale your arms high. Exhale and fold it straight down. Halfway lift, chest forward. Right foot back, knee down, exhale. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. And then hands to the ground, step back, downward facing dog. Stay steady, everyone. Inhale your right leg up, breathe in. Step your right foot forward, exhale, back knee down. Inhale, arms up, one breath in, be big. Hands to the ground, exhale, standing splits. Make that transition as smooth as you can. Take one more inhale and fold both feet down, exhale. Move your blocks, halfway lift, inhale. Fold, let your head release. Inhale to standing, big sweep upward. There you go, hands at chest center. One more time, inhale, arms up, look back. Exhale and fold that down. Halfway lift, chest forward. Step your left foot back, knee to the floor. Inhale your arms up, one breath in, be big. And then exhale, hands down, downward dog. Smooth transitions. Left leg up, inhale, breath. Step your foot to your hands, exhale, knee down. Inhale, sweep up, crescent moon. Exhale, hands down, standing split. Make that as smooth as you can for 3. Hold for 2, spread your toes, and then forward fold, exhale. Half lift, breathe in. Fold and breathe out. Inhale up to standing, complete that cycle, and bring it to your chest center. Close your eyes, 3 steady breaths. Be still. Feel what you feel, and we'll continue to flow a little bit differently. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Nice. Get low in your seat. Feel your hips go back and your chest go towards the front wall or towards the front of your mat. Make your arms strong and straight. Get to a depth of your chair where you feel like you can only hold it for about 5 more breaths, so that's where we're gonna go. 4, you should be getting warm here. 3. Spread your fingers, make them part of the pose, inhale, and fold gently, exhale, nice. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Step both feet back to plank pose. Grip the mat with your fingertips, so your fingertips turn white. You want that to help activate your forearm muscles for your wrists. Now lower your knees to the ground, your chest and your chin to the ground. See this little back bend going on with your hips up. Now slide your legs back and your chest forward, baby cobra. Or tonight, go a little bit higher for cobra with your shoulders down your back. Nice. Downward facing dog, use your core to transition. Press back. And step your right foot to your hands. Ground your back foot, warrior 2 pose. My breath is picking up. I don't know about you guys. Good, take a deep breath, spread your arms out, and then bend into your right knee. That's it. Turn your front palm up to face the ceiling. And then reverse your warrior back. Hold where you are. Look at your top hand and reach it back a little bit further. Keep watching it. 3. Bend your front knee. 2. Good, extended side angle. Right hand inside of your foot to the blocker floor. Bring your left hand forward over your ear. Now inhale, reach through your left hand. Exhale, roll the left seam of your shirt up to the ceiling and look up to the ceiling. Bring your arm back so that you can see what's above you. There you go. Take 1 more breath. Keep your back leg strong. And then both hands down to the ground. Step back to plank pose again. And then downward facing dog. Nice. Okay, here we go. Step your left foot to your hands. Come up to warrior 2 pose. Inhale, reach from arm to arm. Exhale, lower into your legs, just a little bit at a time. It doesn't have to be one big movement. Turn your front palm to face upward like you're holding a tray, and then slowly reverse back. We want this to get into the side muscles of your left. Look at your top hand. Continue to reach back as you stretch to your side. 3. Nice, guys. And then extended side angle. Left hand inside of your foot. Reach your top arm over your right ear with your top palm downward. Yeah. Straighten your back leg and lengthen your spine. And when you exhale, twist your right rib cage up to the ceiling. Bring your eyes to the ceiling, just like you did on the other side. 3. Steady breaths. 2. Hands to the ground. Let's step straight back into plank pose now. From plank, lower your knees, lower your chest and your chin. Snake back and forward into baby cobra. Inhale. Stay here. Or inhale, press up higher to cobra. Stay here, exhale. Good, everyone. One more breath in, fullest back bend. And then down dog, pull your core muscles in to make that shift. Inhale together. And exhale together. Good. Step your right foot forward to your hands. Crescent lunge, lift your arms up overhead. Ooh. A little bit more wobbly because your back knee is not on the floor. Nice. Now breathe here, and as best as you can, get your right thigh muscle parallel to the floor. Bring your hands at chest center. Lean over your front leg and make your back leg straight, and prayer twist to the right. So your left elbow goes over your front thigh. Now that you've twisted, inhale, re-lengthen your spine. Exhale, press your hands together and maybe twist a little more. If you're feeling comfortable, look up towards the ceiling with your eyes. If you're not feeling comfortable, look down towards the ground. Good, one more breath, stay and breathe. Now sweep your arms back up, come into crescent lunge. Your front leg is gonna be working to do that. Good, stay one breath longer than you think you can. Inhale here. Okay, hands to the ground, nice job. Exhale, downward dog, step straight back. Nice, we're just pretty much going right side, left side, nothing fancy with your sequencing tonight. Now take your left foot forward, come up to crescent lunge. But you can feel that, it makes you work a little harder. Good, bend into your front leg, move your thigh so that it gets parallel to the floor, as parallel as that is for you. Steady your drishti, your gaze, and then bring your hands at chest center. Inhale, lean forward, make your back leg straighter. Twist to the left, exhale. Now everyone, inhale, lengthen where you can. Good. Exhale, rotate where you can. Maybe that's even at your neck if you want to look upward towards the ceiling. Hold for 3. Hug your core muscles in. That really helps you twist. And then bring your arms up. Whew, for that crescent lunge, hold. Good, press into the heel of your front foot. And into the base of your big toe and base of your pinky. Hold for 3. Breathe for 2. Inhale together. Hands down, plank pose. Exhale, step straight back. Lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. Snake forward and back. Come into baby cobra, cobra, or an upward dog. Good. Take one more breath, inhale. And then downward dog. Breathe that out, you guys. Ooh. Good. Let's take one inhale together. Exhale, release. You've got 2 more standing poses. You're gonna step your right foot to your hands, pause, and then you're gonna turn to the left side of your mat in a wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Nice. In this wide-legged forward fold, align your fingertips with your toe tips, if that's possible, or as close as you can. Bend your elbows straight back to help you fold, as if the top of your head is going to get to the floor. That's it. Nice. I can see you guys. Great job. Stay here for a few more breaths. If your head is on the floor, you might want to bring your feet closer towards each other. And if your head is not close to the floor, maybe you can go out wider with your feet, even just by a 1/2 inch total. Good. Okay, that was one of 2 standing poses left, which means we've got one more. So come into halfway lift. And then come all the way up to standing into this wide-legged stance. Good. Any guesses for where we're going? Got us. Here we go. Toes out and heels in. Start with your hands, the backs of your hands to the inner parts of your knee. First, align your knees with your toes. So if your knees are caving in, turn your toes in more. Yeah. All right, now press the backs of your wrists to the inner part of your knees to help you open your legs. Good. All right, now keep your legs there and then bring your arms up to goalposts. Now you'll feel maybe your outer hips, your glute muscles start working more. And that's purposeful. From this point forward, we've got a 30-second hold. And then the good thing after that is we slow down. So I invite you to leave everything you can right here in this yoga pose. Steady your breath, steady your eyes for 12. Good, breathe, get low for 4. Stay low for 3. Hold and smile through your eyes. And then slowly stand up, up, up. Nice job, you guys. Okay, turn to the front of your mat, downward facing dog. Nice job. Take an inhale together and an exhale. Good, so we just stepped your right foot forward. We're gonna even that out by stepping your left foot to your hands. Turn to a wide-legged fold facing the right side of your yoga mat. I'm going to turn and face you so you can hear my voice better. Now facing the right side of your mat, we're going to go into frog pose. Walk your hands forward. One leg down at a time so that you get to your inner knees. And have the arches of your feet face the floor. Inner arches of your feet to the floor so that each foot points to the front of the mat and the back of your mat. If you have a block near you, then go ahead, you can place that under your chest and then let your head drop to the backs of your hands. Or you can just do that without the block. The other option is to stay up on your forearms. Nice, but wherever you go, release the grip of your fingers. That's not needed here. And as we become more aware of how we hold our body, like how we grip our hands when it's not necessary, we can become more aware of how we do the same with our thoughts, with our inner world. We just become more present, more aware, more attentive to our actions, our thoughts. So in the next minute of being here, I invite you to take your attention and focus inward. I'm gonna go silent and quiet as you use this minute for you however you need it. And 2 more breaths. My recommended way to come out of this is to not hug your legs in really quickly because that activates the muscles that you're stretching. So instead, you move the block out from under your chest, lean forward like you're falling on the floor, and then walk your legs straight back, and then press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Nice. We're gonna go into Janu Shirshasana, a seated tree. So you're gonna bend your right knee. I'm gonna mirror you and have your left leg go out to the corner of your mat. You can face sideways on your mat or face the front. I'm turning so I can face you. Okay, turn over your left leg and then start to fold over your leg with your chest, bringing your hands or your strap around the ball of your foot. Now stay at about a 60% depth for just a moment. So if you're really deep, come back up. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, go forward and down a little bit. Good, hold there. So maybe you're at 75%. Inhale. Exhale, go forward and down, almost the full version. And then one more breath, inhale. Exhale, go forward and down a little bit more to your fullest expression that you want to go to. And you hold here for a little bit over another minute from this point. Ungrip your fingers, especially if they're wrapped around your foot. They could even release so much that they get flat to the floor. Forward folding poses like this one are called a forward fold because you are folding your upper body towards your lower. And when we do that on an energetic or emotional or mental sense, it brings us closer to ourselves. It brings us more inward. It decreases the stimuli, decreases our focus to the external, and brings it more within. And slowly, you're going to start to walk your hands back or release your strap and then walk your hands back. And come all the way up. Nice, you guys. A counter stretch to that is going to be bringing your left hand behind, or your right hand behind you. So the hand of your bent leg. Lift your hips up and your arm up overhead. Yeah, and then start to lean back and open the front of your body. Good. Just as you were kind of closing off and going within, now you open up and expand out for 3. Good, 2, and then lower your hips gently back down to the ground. Nice. Other side, switch your legs. You're going to turn your chest over your straight leg. Just a little bit of a twist, and then go forward and down with your upper body, maybe about 60% of your forward fold. Inhale, breath, and then exhale, go forward and down with your chest. Then inhale here. Exhale, go forward and down a little bit more. Inhale, and then one more time, exhale, go forward and down. Maybe that's your fullest expression. Maybe that's where you hold and then you let gravity help you over the course of the next minute. This introspective forward fold. I've had people tell me over the years of teaching that forward folds are their time where they figure things out, whether they kind of search for questions to their bigger answers, or they figure out their plans for the evening or their checklist. But I invite you to just take your attention into your mind, into your body. If you need a little bit more direction of going within, just pay attention to your breath. Bring your focus there. Nice. 2 more breaths. And release the hold of your foot. Start to walk your hands back. Nice work. Now bring your right arm behind you, or your left arm. The arm of your bent leg behind you. How about that? Ground your straight leg, lift your hips, lift your other arm overhead and lean back for 4. Nice, 3. Good, really lift and expand. 2, take 1 breath in. And then release, lower your hips to the ground. Nice job. You're gonna turn to face the front of your mat and come onto your shins. We're gonna do a toe squat. Okay? So if you know the toe squat, go ahead. That'll give you about 20 more seconds there. But what you're gonna do is sit back onto your heels with your toes curled under. So I highly recommend literally taking your fingers and especially getting your pinky toes under. If your hips don't touch your heels, do sit on something, a block, a blanket, a pillow. Otherwise, you're just putting a lot of pressure to your knee joints. So make sure that you're sitting. Good, and over the course of the next 1.5 minutes from this point, we're looking to bring some TLC to your feet, to your joints, but mainly to the fascia and the muscles, the connective tissues that are under your feet and that connect all the way up to your legs. If it's too much, the best way to take a break is to keep your toes curled under, so always keep them curled, but lean forward onto your hands. It'll take the pressure off of your feet. And then at any point, you can come back to sit back onto your heels or your prop. Just about 40 more seconds. And please be as still as you can for your own benefit. And one other way to get the most benefit out of this pose is to stay 1 breath longer than you think you can, and then take your break. 3 more breaths. Nice. Now everyone keep your toes curled under. Slowly lean to your hands. Your feet might feel really weird, but go ahead, point them back 1 at a time. And then sit back onto your heels or onto your prop. This is a counter stretch for your ankles. Option A is stay here. Option B is to lean back into your hands. If you can do that pretty comfortably, then you lean back more, use your core and lift your knees up off the mat. You might not be able to see it because my hands are navy and my mat is black, but my knees are about 4 inches lifted. Good. Take 1 more breath. And then everyone start to come into downward dog. So no rush. Your feet might feel a little wonky still as you make that adjustment. And pedal out your legs if you want. Bring that feeling and stretch into your hamstrings. Okay, so we're going to close with a half pigeon on each side. So lift your right leg up to the sky, nice full breath. And bring your right shin towards the front of your mat. Lower your back knee and slide your back leg nice and far behind you. Make a pillow for your head with your hands, or you can use the mat for your forehead and extend your arms out in front of you. It's really easy to fall to your right hip without even knowing it. So if you're not quite sure if your hips are even, you can lean a little bit to the left, see if that feels more even, or you can fall really far to the right and then bring yourself to balance. Sometimes it's like experimenting in order to find your center here. Drum out your fingers, make sure they're as relaxed as they can. Massage your forehead center on whatever it's on, so move your head left and right, just to check that you're at ease in your neck, and bring your head to stillness. Nice, you guys, just a few more breaths. When you exhale, every time you breathe out, release any holding on, any gripping, any clinging or grasping. Let go of what you can. And slowly start to make your way out of this side. And you'll come into a downward facing dog with no rush. Just full attention to how you move. And one way to notice how you move is to know where you place your body when you come into the poses. So lift your left leg up to the sky. And as you come into half pigeon on this side, notice where you place your shin, your foot, your knee. Just bring your full attention to that. And once you have, start to make your way into your depth of the pose. Slide your right leg back. Have all 5 of your toenails of your right foot turned down. So you inner spiral your right thigh. And when you inner spiral your right thigh, that's what also helps to bring your hips to balance, to center. Let your breath be steady and soft. And ask yourself, where can I ungrip? Where can I release and let go? Every little bit of release counts. We did the flow part of our practice. This is the restore. And part of our restore is to surrender. To 3 more breaths as you physically surrender, physically restore, so that your mind can get the same benefit. And slowly start to come on out of that. You're going to come out by leaning to your left hip and then swinging your right leg around. I like to hold onto my right leg to bring it around. Good. And facing the front of your mat. So we come into a cross-legged position for a twist. If you're unable to sit with your legs crossed comfortably, then go ahead and sit on a prop. Bring your right hand across your body to your opposite knee. Bring your left hand back and rotate. And inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist your back shoulder behind you and bring your gaze behind you. And come on back to center. Other side, switch your left hand to your opposite knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and rotate behind you. And maybe in these last 2 or 3 breaths, you can bring your chin over your back shoulder so they both point in the same direction. Nice. And then come on back to center. This is where we're going to be for our last 2 minutes of class. So if you want to find another position for seated, you can do that. All right, everyone bring your arms up overhead, just nice big breath. And then bring your hands to chest center, and then your hands to your lap or to your knees, just like how we started. Close your eyes. Roll your shoulders up to your ears and back down. Let them soften. Ungrip your jaw so that your top and bottom teeth are not touching. Just have your lips softly touch, your eyes softly close, and your spine stay tall and vertical. And we're going to close our practice breathing in for a count of 5, breathing out for a count of 6. Take an inhale breath to prepare, and an exhale breath to prepare. And together, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 2 more on your own. Whatever your count is up to you. After those 2 breaths, just let your breath be soft and even, like it would be in Shavasana. Bring the attention of your mind to your breath. Keep your spine tall and lower your arms down next to you. Keep your eyes closed and slowly inhale your arms up like you're gathering in your whole yoga practice. And pull it down to your chest center. Remembering that your yoga practice is not just on the mat, but it carries with you off the mat as well. In our thoughts, in our speech, in our actions, and our intentions. Bring your thumbs to your forehead center. And take a moment to acknowledge yourself for being here today. Wonderful job, everyone. You can open your eyes. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you feel that restoration from our flow. I'll see you guys next Monday, 5 o'clock, if you're able to join. If you love the practice, want to do it again, or if you're not able to make it, check out my website, yogawithlindsay.com. I'm recording this class now, so I'll put it up on my website in the archives of my classes, and you can do it again or share it with someone else. It's free and it's up there for any time. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Namaste. Thanks, Evan. Thanks for joining, Lou. Thanks, Cindy and Greg.